Coming to hospital appointments can be difficult. There can be long waiting times, sitting around in waiting rooms. It's not very pleasant for anyone, and I think this avoids many of those issues.
I can just nip up 5–10 minutes away and be back again 10 minutes. I can also take my children with me if I have to, if there's any problem, so it's been wonderful.
This could be used anywhere. We're finding it a really useful tool, both for in the maternity unit, linking with the clinics in Paisley, and also to link in from the islands.
You can do it on your iPad, or your iPhone, or an Android phone. It can work from all these systems, and the hope is in the future that women would actually be able to access this from their own home.
In my first pregnancy it was quite straightforward because I lived near the hospital that I was attending, but in my second pregnancy I lived in Oban and I had to travel. When I went for a scan or any of the consultancy appointments, the appointment would maybe last 10 minutes at maximum, and then back in the car and then back up again. It's about a 200-mile round trip to the hospitals.
Attend Anywhere is a virtual clinic whereby women that are pregnant can come in and be supported by their named midwife and also the consultant.
Up here in Oban we have scan clinics on a Wednesday, which is when we have our Attend Anywhere clinics, and that means that the women can have scans prior to their appointment with the consultant, and they're able to link in with them and make a plan of care based on the scan findings.
You don't need a lot of equipment. What you do need is a nice friendly environment.
So the Attend Anywhere clinic is incredibly straightforward. Once you've got your computer, your microphone, your video link, it all works through Google Chrome. You log on and the patients who are waiting for you appear in your virtual waiting room. You click on them and your patient appears in front of you. You have your conversation with your patient and then you end your call by clicking off. It's an incredibly simple, straightforward process.
I've needed input from the obstetrician in this pregnancy because I've had 2 previous caesarean sections with my other children, and I've opted for the same this time.
It is an ideal candidate for Attend Anywhere because this is her 3rd pregnancy. She's had 2 sections before. She does need consultant-led care because she's had 2 previous sections, but she doesn't particularly need to attend a clinic where we can see her face to face. I was worried that it would be like a phone call. When you make a phone call, the first thing you say to your patient is, "How are you?" And almost always people will say to you, "I'm fine, thank you." And over the phone, you can't tell whether they are actually fine or not. Whereas when you can actually see them, I think it's easier to assess whether people are well.
I didn't have any reservations about having a virtual appointment. I felt comfortable knowing what the setup was going to be. It was discussed with me fully beforehand, and being able to compare that to the situation I was in last time where I didn't know who I was going to see or how long I would be there, and I was tired after having made a journey. There was a huge difference, a huge benefit to me this time.
It means that instead of just having a clinic once a fortnight, which is then going to be very, very busy, you can see people every week. With obstetrics, things change very quickly, and sometimes waiting 2 weeks to see a consultant is not appropriate.
We can check blood results and scan results for the consultant, and we can screen share with them so that they can see those results.
First, I was concerned about how women would feel having a video link appointment, but actually our population are all young women. They're used to Skype, they're used to FaceTime, and it's no different from that. So it's worked very well, and the feedback that we've had from women has been very, very positive so far.
The benefits to the board is cost savings. It also prevents the consultant travelling up on a weekly basis, and it prevents the women travelling down on a weekly basis, so it enhances the care.
I don't think this is only a rural thing. I think in urban areas it would work well too. We have a lot of ladies here who maybe don't have access to a car, use public transport, and I think this avoids many of those issues. It has worked really well.